What's going on, guys? It's your boy Brong here, coming at y'all with a brand new YouTube video today. And for this video, I'm going to be doing the top 10 Kanye West songs of all time. And I'm going to be doing a tier list Tuesday every single week. So I hope you guys enjoy. And I had to start it off with my favorite artist of all time. So let's get right into it, man. I'm going to start off with my top 5 honorable mentions. And for my honorable mentions, I got All of the Lights, Hold My Liquor, Homecoming, Good Morning, Slow Jams, No Church in the Wild. I don't want to give too much because, you not know what I have in my top 10, but those are a few of my honorable mentions. You're probably surprised I don't have All the Lights in there. Trust me, it was hard to leave it out, but you're going to see, trust me. Let's start off with number 10. We got one of my favorite songs off of Late Registration. We got We Major featuring Nas, and I think this song is easily one of the best Kanye West songs. It's one of my favorites. I just realized I'm not looking at the camera. I got to get used to doing that. But yeah, so we got We Major at number 10. It's easily one of my favorite Kanye West songs because I love the production. I think it's the second best song off of Late Registration. It's a very long song, and I get why most people probably wouldn't have this in their top 10. But it keeps my attention the whole song, and I rarely ever skip any of it because I love the beat, the sample, the production, all that stuff. So I think it's one of his best songs for sure, and super underrated as well. Coming in at number 9, though, we got a more popular pick. We have Flashing Lights off of Graduation. This could probably go a little bit higher, but I had to be careful because I have my top 5 favorites, and I had a few spots where I could kind of play around with where I had them ranked. But this is a great song. I think it has to be in your top 10 Kanye songs. If you don't have it in your top 10 Kanye songs, I don't think it's a credible list. Yeah, I think it's easily one of his best beats, his best samples and productions he's ever done, and it fits in the Graduation perfectly. Number 8, we have Guilt Trip off of Yeezus, and I think this is another pretty underrated song in his catalog. It's my favorite song off of Yeezus, and I think reason is I love the production in it. I think it puts you in this like atmospheric vibe. Plus it has a hidden Kid Cudi feature, which I think is really good as well. And I think that is probably the reason why it's in my top 10. I think he adds a lot to the song with Kanye. But yeah, I think that's my favorite song off of Yeezus, and I had to throw it in. Number 7, we have Can't Tell Me Nothing off of Graduation. And this is a song that you can't leave off of a top 10 Kanye songs. You just can't. I don't think it's a credible list, again, if you don't have this song on your top 10 Kanye songs. He still plays this song at all of his concerts, to this day. I think it's his best workout song to work out to, maybe exception for like Stronger, which is not on my list, but I love that song as well. But yeah, I think this song is his best workout song. I listen to this every week when I work out. And he also has a really good hook on the song, one of his best hooks he's ever done. There's no sample hook or anything. It's him with the hook, his own voice. And I think it's definitely one of the best songs in his catalog. Number 6, we got Devil in a New Dress featuring Rick Ross. And I think this song is just super special because it has everything you want in a song. It's got a great chorus and a great verse from Kanye. It's got a great Rick Ross feature, arguably his best in his career. And it has a great Mike Dean solo in it. And I think that adds a lot to it. I think that makes this song a top 10 Kanye West song. If it didn't have it, it might be just outside of this list, but that solo is just wicked, and I think it has to be in the top 10 Kanye West songs. Number 5, we have Bring Me Down off of Late Registration, which I think is the most underrated Kanye West song of all time. I think his verse is super personal, and the production and everything is perfect. And I think it's definitely a top 5 Kanye song, and not a lot of people had this on their list, I know. It's pretty underrated, but it's definitely my top 5 favorite Kanye West songs. Number 4, we got Family Business off of College Dropout. which is definitely a top 4 Kanye song for me. I think it's one of his best verses he's ever wrote. It gets super personable about his grandmother passing away. And I think the third verse on the song is what makes it a top Kanye West song. I think when he talks about how he doesn't need to rap about what everyone else raps about to make it big. Like, he doesn't need to rap about killing people, knives and guns. He just raps about what he wants to rap about. And I think that's why when he came into the hip hop game, it was so refreshing, because he had his own style that he wanted to rap about. Coming in at number 3, we have Runaway off of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. And I know a lot of people are going to wonder why this isn't number 1 or at least number 2. But I think it's a little too long of a song to be in my top 2, because the first 2 I play so much that I couldn't leave it out, because those are my 2 most played Kanye songs, so I couldn't leave them out of the list. But for this song, it's definitely a top 3 Kanye song. It's the most atmospheric beat. I think it's his most iconic song. I think once you hear that first piano note, you know what it is. Everyone knows. I think it's definitely one of the best songs of all time, and I think that if someone had this on their number 1 spot, I wouldn't think anything. I think it's an amazing song, and it's hard to leave that in number 3. But coming in at number 2, we have Never Let Me Down off of The College Dropout, which is another very underrated Kanye song. Not a lot of people talk about it. It's the first collab with Jay-Z in his catalog, on his own album. And I think they really talk about, on both their verses, they kind of have the same, they get the same message across. And I think they're on the same page with what they wanted to get across in this song. And I think that it's one of his best sample flips. I think it's one of his best beats and production on that album. And I think it's my favorite Kanye verse he's ever wrote. I believe he talks about when his girlfriend's parents were looking down on him when he bought her a car, or when he bought her a car, or when he got in his car accident, and he gets super personal on that verse. And I think it's a super great song. I think it's his second best song. My second favorite Kanye song of all time. My number 1 Kanye song of all time, we got I Wonder off of Graduation. All my friends watching this, you already know this is my favorite song of all time anyway, for any artist. So it has to be my number 1 Kanye song. I used to think this was kind of underrated, but recently it kind of blew up, I think. But yeah, I think it's easily his best song. And maybe his verses aren't as strong as like a few of the last couple I was talking about. But I think the production, the sample just makes up for it. And he has a great verses on that song as well. And I play it like just about every day, it seems like. And it hasn't gotten old, so I think that's why it's still my number 1. But yeah, if you guys want me to make more of these, I'm going to be doing these, I think, every single Tuesday. So if you want to send me some ideas to do, I have already a few ideas locked in for what I want to do, whether it's my favorite albums or some more of my favorite artists, top songs or albums, or like ranking the Kanye albums. We'll see, but I wanted to start off with my favorite artist, which is Kanye West. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you're watching this, please drop a like. I appreciate it. And I got a lot of content coming soon, whether it's basketball, whether it's just maybe doing like every week doing a couple vlogs. Who knows? But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Drop a like, subscribe, and that's been Evan Brong, and I'm out. Peace.